Just in case you're wondering what that means, yes, this is like a mega thumbs up. Me and Nick really like this one. Room, the movie review.
Not to be confused with The Room by Tommy Wiseau, possibly the worst movie ever made.
So Room stars Brie Larson and soon-to-be breakout star Jacob Tremblay as mother and son trapped inside a tiny room. To mother, the room is an absolute living hell which she tries every day to cope with. To her son, it's the total opposite. He's born in the room and that's all he knows. So to him it's paradise, it's all he knows.
Now it's going to be difficult to actually review this movie properly without giving away a few minor spoilers. Now I say minor because we're not going to give anything away that would ruin the story or that you wouldn't have been able to obviously guess for yourself within the trailer. But here we go. It's very much a movie of two halves. The first half set inside room and the second half, spoiler, minor spoiler, set outside room. Both inside and outside are filled with directly opposed experiences that both the mother and son experience from the inside and outside.
So the first half of the film depicts inside room, and instead of the lazy montages that you're used to seeing inside Hollywood movies where it just covers it all, this one actually goes for a day-to-day lifestyle of life inside the room. And the funny thing is, you don't get bored of it. You actually really adjust to their lifestyle in there. Each day actually presents itself as a challenge to the mother, trying to live through the hell and actually create a new entertainment for the son, which you actually see for him. And each day is that challenge that it just goes through, and it's just, for them, it's two different experiences. As you can see, she's suffering and he's just really enjoying each moment for a new experience. And each day really does feel different, which is amazing when you actually see the size of the room.
Yeah. But this is then juxtaposed by the second half of the movie I mentioned, which now takes place outside room. No spoilers here, don't worry. But once out, the two characters once again find themselves in very, very different situations and are dealing with the situation that they put in. Although the situation is the same, they deal with it and experience it in a very different manner, and that's one of the beauties of this film. You've got Brie Larson, who's somehow trying to piece her life back together, and while coping with depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, compared with Jacob Tremblay, who's trying to just acknowledge and realize and appreciate and take it all in, the big world that he's got around him. But ultimately, compared to his mother, he misses Rome. He misses that simple life when it was just the two of them. To him, the world is a very big and scary place.
The acting is some of the finest you'll see, and with everything that you're talking about, it really does depict it. Brie Larson totally deserves the Oscar nomination, and the revelation of Jacob Tremblay is, honestly, I think from what you said, the film that I'm yet to see, it's the best childhood acting. It is the best childhood acting I've seen, but also, as you said, compared to DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, that's probably the closest thing. But honestly, the acting is supreme, and for something that's so tight in terms of casting and everything, you can't ask for more out of them for acting.
The cinematography in this movie also plays such a key part. When they're inside room, you've got these close-up shots with a really high depth of field to make everything feel confined, claustrophobic and close up. But then gradually, as the characters evolve, the cinematography evolves also, getting a bit more further back to show the openness of the world around them. I wouldn't go so far as to say the cinematography is a character, but it's so subtle and it works so well in this movie, and that just complements the acting that the story and the characters give. Guys, in conclusion, I really find it difficult to find fault in Rome. It is honestly one of the best films I have seen for years. No exaggeration, for years. As many regular watchers will know, and as you know, mate, I'm a big believer that there's no such thing as a perfect movie where every single frame is conducive towards advancing the story and not a line of dialogue is wasted. Now, I really thought I was gonna take points off in the second half of the movie as the pace slowed down a bit, but what seemed to be a slow burn was actually just, a build up to a crescendo at the end. And that pace change in the second half, you ultimately realize, no spoilers, that it builds up to something very, very special repeatedly. Something that will pull on your heartstrings. Get ready, because you're not going to see me do this again for a very, very long time. But AJ, I refuse to give Room anything less than a perfect 10 out of 10. It is a flawless masterpiece. It is a triumph in modern day cinema. It's a crowning achievement, and it's the sort of film that I know, felt this. I still feel this looking back on it. you feel privileged to watch movies like this. 10 out of 10.
Do you know what? I'm going to agree with you on so many points. Privilege being the key one, because the key thing to Room is when you mention it to people, not everyone's heard of it. It's not had the biggest publicity. It's not got the biggest cast, not possibly the most famous cast. However, it is a true hidden gem. You cannot deny it. Reading the synopsis, I was like, okay, this film sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And obviously, I have to see the film based on what we do. I don't regret a minute of it. Do you know what? Funny enough, against what you're saying, you can't find fault in it because it was a good movie.
Yes.
It's a top movie.
It's a great
It's
movie.
very near to perfection. I'm going to be a touch harsher than Nick.
Okay.
I'm actually going to say we could have possibly gone a bit deeper at points. That's how good it is. You actually want a bit more of the film. And with that, and trust me guys, this is the ultimate reach. I will even give myself a hashtag wow to you really reach for that. So for that, just because I don't want to go for 10 and then we can compare anything, I'm going to go 9.5.
Wow.
If we went to 9.75, I'll even give it that. Even 9.95. But it's really good. A full-on recommendation. For me, in the UK, it came to us in 2016. It's my film of the month of January. It's the film of 2016 so far.
Hint, hint, it's a good movie.
Must
Reed,
see.
great movie. Reed, watch it at the cinema, buy it on DVD, buy it on Blu-ray, add it to your collection, put it on your bucket list of must-see movies. It is a masterpiece.
And spread the word, because as I said, the publicity
Tell
hasn't
people
been there.
about this movie.
If you don't know, get to know.
Oh.
Room, we salute you.